the statement that there is a dearth of analytics talent in the country, that's true. Now, this is a skill set which you can learn as you go on, but there has to be some amount of a formal input structure. So we started with Gurgaon because Gurgaon is one of the cities where there is a lot of firms who are doing analytics, or they realize that they have to do analytics, and the talent pool was very limited. Yes, it would mean that some guys they could get from other cities and all, but every organization, when they're looking at talent, they're looking at two things. One is a talent which is they can pick up and readily put on the work. But the more important thing that they were realizing is that the guys who are trained in analytics, they are trained in the tools and technique, but not necessarily in the domain knowledge. Now, domain knowledge is something which comes working in the organization. Now, the organization level skills you cannot replicate that. So they were more interested that if some of our guys can be trained without we losing them, and therefore the city, the geographically having a program in the city where you are also based, did made a lot of sense, and that's how we started there. And we went to Chennai as the next, and then if you're looking at in terms of where to go in the analytics, the Bangalore is the next big place where again there are a lot of organizations which have analytics, and many of them would like to have fresh talent who are trained. Many of them would like to have their existing talent being trained in analytics. So it was quite in that sense, given the philosophy and how it works, the analytics and Bangalore would be a natural progression. Yeah.
And tell us something more about this program. What would be the format, online, classroom, how many hours? What can a typical participant expect out of this Bangalore program?
Okay. So the way we are going to do this program, and we have been doing it in Gurgaon and also in Chennai, is that this is a program which is a blended program. It has both online and classroom participation. So every month there will be one weekend where people will be coming here and doing the contact classes, because we realize that there's a huge importance of doing a contact classes. There are things which you just purely by doing online you cannot do it. You need some amount of hand-holding and somebody telling them real time where they're going right or wrong. So that's why we need the classroom. But also these are going to be all working executives, so they should also be engaged when they're not in the classroom. So every week there will be online online material. Some of them are just supplementing what they're going to do in the classroom, and some of them are entirely new set of things. And that's what the delivery is. In terms of the design of the program, there are three blocks. Okay, the first block is the foundation level courses. Now, we need a foundation level courses because, again, a lot of these companies who hire analytics talent, they said, these guys are competent, but they know very little about the domains, because our clients want somebody who understands finance a bit or marketing a bit. So those are the foundation level courses. We follow that with courses which are purely technical in terms of analytics, where you learn the various classification techniques, the predictive modeling, the data mining technique, the data visualization. That's the second block. The last block in this course is the industry level applications, where we do very specific like marketing and retail analytics, finance and risk analytics, which are direct applications in the industry, which is a culmination of all the other two blocks which we have. A key part of this program is what we do as a capstone project, which is a particular live data project which students have to do, which will be mentored by the faculty from the institute, also from the industry, so that they eventually end up doing a project which is not academic in nature, which is also implementable. Okay, so that the student has the complete understanding of the knowledge, background, tools, technique, and also have applied these problems in a format which is implemented at some place. Yeah.
Thank you. And one question which always strikes my mind: there's a lot of courses coming in India. There are all the B schools which are bringing up business analytics course. How do you think the industry is moving, and where is Great Lakes placed within the analytics?
The first one is easy to answer. Okay, and the first one is that The lack of talent in analytics is going to be there. It's going to grow for a while. The gap is going to get wider, and eventually maybe the gap will be narrower. And therefore, do we need more programs? Yes, certainly we need more programs. So if you look at all the top programs in the country, the percentage of people they are being able to train in analytics is still minuscule compared to what is demanded. So there is always going to be a demand. Now, various programs have actually different focus groups. Now, when we started the program in Great Lakes, what we did was we extensively partnered with the industry, and we went and asked, said that what is it that you need, okay? And they gave us some ideas about what is how important is the domain knowledge, how important is the technicalities. And, so when we were thinking of doing this program, we went to the industry first. We had some idea about what should be the broad contours, so that we could have a meaningful dialogue with the industry. So we went to the industry and said, look, exactly what is it that you look? Do you want guys who can run models or who can make models or understanding of domain? So that was how we had designed the program. So it was basically what the industry wants. Now there are some programs which are focusing more on the techniques in terms of the guy should be able to develop a model using new techniques. Our objective is the person who joins this program should be an analytics manager who should be competent to run a model, but most importantly, he should be able to understand the business problem, make it, convert it into the language of analytics so that the team can solve, and he should be able to, take forward that. So we're not trying to have fantastic statisticians or mathematicians or guys in computer science who are designing everything. It's more kind of understanding the business problem and the ability to construct an unstructured problem to a solvable problem, and then how does one do it. So I'm sure there are various areas where business schools or their programs will differentiate in terms of what are the gaps, okay? Because virtually in every field there are gaps in analytics. So people will try to fill that gap. Okay. Yeah, especially in terms of the skill set which you are giving. Do you want to make somebody a hardcore data scientist? Do you want to make somebody analytics manager and somebody who is very good at data processing or running models? Somebody who can understand the business problem and talk to the data scientist team. So so that they will focus on what is it that you want your participants to get out of this program. Okay.
And last question, Professor Bappa. Your closing comments. What do you think about the event, the whole thing, and your experience here?
I mean, it's fantastic because just to see so many guys and who are industry experts, and it's even more heartening to see there are a lot of people who are not formally engaged in analytics, but they are here because they want to know more about it. They are willing to invest their time and resource and take the next step. And as we said, that there is going to be huge demand, and an event like this is going to make things come in the forefront. And you have got people from the industry, people who are developing products, who are delivering products. You've got the academic circle also. So I think it's a good mix.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.